Hello students, welcome back to the next session in DBMS. In this session, we are going to talk about the file organization. What do you mean by file organization? File organization. Again, this is an important 5-mark question. File organization means it is the logical relationship. It is the logical relationship among the various records that you have. Among various records in a file. Among the various records in a file. So, in simple terms, we can say storing the files in a particular order or in a certain order is called file organization. There are different types in which you can organize these files. So, which are those? Which are the types of file organization? You have different types. One is your serial file organization, sequential file organization, direct or random file organization, and indexed sequential file organization. Now, what do you mean by this serial file organization? Let's go one by one. What is serial file organization? Serial file organization, it is the simplest file organization method. It is the simplest file organization method. In this, you are going to store the records as you enter. Now, you enter the first record, store it. The next record, store it. So, it goes on in this way. So, it is stored in the order of the creation. So, the files are unordered in this. The files are unordered in this, but you can arrange it chronologically according to the names. That's it. That order you can maintain. Serial files are primarily, they are used as your transaction files. It cannot be used as a master file. It can be used as a transaction files in which the transactions are recorded in the order in which they occur. That is, whoever comes first gets a seat first. In that way. That is your serial ordered file or serial storage. Next, you have your sequential files or sequential order. The difference between your sequential order and the serial is that in the ordered in the logical sequence based on a key field. Sequential order, you have a logical way of storing the data. You are using a primary key in this. There will be a primary key. For example, primary key means it's a unique key which is not repeated. For example, register number. As you know, register number of each and every student is difficult. Nothing is repeated. So, based on that, you are allotting the marks and all. So, we say primary key is the key field in this. So, even sometimes you may have a secondary key also. If primary register number is the primary key, you can have the name as your secondary key also. That is, if you do not have this register number, based on what are you going to make use of, or in which order you are going to make use of. So, you can use the name as a column. That is the secondary key. Sequential files can be sorted based on some key values. The sequential files are used in applications where there is a high file bit hit rate. High file hit rate. That means when you are opening an application, once you open an application, how many times will a file be accessed? Okay, that is what you mean by a high file hit rate. How many times is a file accessed? Therefore, sequential files are ideal for your master files. That is the main file. And also for your batch processing applications. When you are using your batch processing, that is making it into groups and then ordering, working on it, it is useful. all the records has to be processed in a single run of the application. In such cases, you can use your sequential file organization. And the next is your random or direct file organization. Now, what happens in this is records are stored in a random order. Records are stored in random order in the file. Though, but there no sequencing will be present. That is one after the other. But a predefined relationship will be there between the key of the record. Predefined relationship between key of the record and its location. Within the file. That is, you can also say the value of the record key is mapped to the value of to the address where you are going to store. They are linked together. So any record within the file can be directly accessed to the mapping function in the same amount of time. You can directly randomly take out. It is faster. So the location of the record within the file will not be a factor. Random files are also known in some as your direct access files. So as I said, it can also be a direct access or random access. This is whenever you want any one particular file, you go and take based on some index or the primary key. So that is your serial file organization, random file organization, and sequential file organization. The next one is your indexed sequential file organization. Indexed sequential file organization. They can ask this for 1 mark. Expand ISAM, that is indexed sequential access method. Here we call it as access method. Indexed sequential access method. This is an advanced sequential file organization, similar to your sequential organization, but it is advanced. Here the records will be stored in the file using the primary key. An index value is generated for each primary key and mapped with the record. And this index will contain the address of the record in the file. Now, for example, data records, you have one file. So, something like this. Okay, and you have your data blocks in memory. This is the actual blocks. You have some address. Okay, you are mapping here. Okay. So this is, if any record has to be retrieved based on its index value, then the address of the block, this is your address, it is fetched and the record is retrieved from the memory. So there are again advantages and disadvantages in this. So this is your records that you have and this is the memory block, that is address which it contains. Go to this, see where it is linked to and get the information from there. So the advantages of this method is each record has the address of its data block. So searching in a huge database is quick and easy. So searching is quick and easy, and this method supports the range retrieval. That is, if you want to get the whole range of data or any one particular data, you can retrieve. So it supports the range retrieval of data, and since the index is based on the primary key, it supports the range retrieval of data and also partial retrieval also, or that is only a few records also can be got or a range of values also can be got because it is based on the primary key values. The same way partial values also can be easily searched. They are the advantages of this. And in the same way you have disadvantages also in this. That is, it requires extra space. It occupies more space in the disk to store the index value. You have two different methods to the index value, and when the new records are inserted, then these files have to be reconstructed to maintain the sequence. The order has to change, right? If you are adding any new record, so it has to be reconstructed. And when the record is deleted, then the space used by it needs to be released. Otherwise, the performance of the database will slow down. It will decrease. So when the record is deleted, again, then the space has to be released, so that it can be used for further, or else it occupies more space and it reduces the performance of it. So this is about the advantages and disadvantages of file organization and the different types of file organization. Okay, now the next part in this, or the next session in this, is about the DBMS architecture. DBMS architecture. Now what is this architecture? What do you mean by this architecture? There are different types of architecture. The architecture is nothing but the design of the architecture, means the design of DBMS. This may be centralized or decentralized. So there are different types of architecture. Mainly we have three types of architecture. That is one-tier architecture, two-tier architecture, and three-tier architecture. Remember, this is an important 3-mark question from this chapter. One-tier, two-tier, and three-tier architecture. So I think let us continue this in the next session. Let's end this session now. Thank you.